Greetings and welcome to another episode of Alternate Thursday. Right. So, I'm enjoying my vacation now, sort of. Going through my Steam library a bit. And this game was recommended to me by a close personal acquaintance. It's Grim Dawn. A quintessential action RPG. You know, in theory I should really like these games. Very easy game mechanics, usually well made. But I've never really gotten into them. They just never released at a time when it was convenient for me. And the first time I actually played one was when I found a very cheap copy of Diablo 2. Which I played to completion, and then never touched really. Never modded it, never played multiplayer, just a single player run through. And I was satisfied. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why this type of game doesn't really gel with me. Maybe it just gets a little bit too monotonous at some point, because that's essentially the problem I have with most of these games, I think. Is that it sure can be fun to go through the story at least once, just to see what they came up with, and to fight monsters of ever-increasing difficulty, but there is just a little bit too much grinding to really keep me invested. And to answer your question, no, I have not really gotten hungry for more loot. I'm pretty much cured of that notion ever since my days in World of Warcraft, I'm afraid. All those hours spent searching Thoughtbot, looking for the perfect equipment for the raid. No, it's just not much investment here. I mean, even on veteran difficulty, I'm not really struggling against enemies, although I do die occasionally. In any case, this game was recommended to me on the basis that this personal acquaintance of mine thought it would be nice if I voice acted a bit for some of the parts that don't have voice acting. If only for a single episode. So, for a single episode, let's call it a pilot episode. Now, I could of course jump into any one of the characters that I've made, because that's what I tend to do when I'm given a choice of multiple characters I could make. These are not necessarily made to a particular build or for some sort of faction, but mostly because I just felt like, let's try that out. And most of them are not really at the level that you can really tell that's... Although I do admit, the dual wheel build with this one is quite fun. However, my main, of course, is still Leo here, the Battle Mage, because that's the first character I made, and, well, just never got past him. Anyway, new character. He'll be male, and I will not be in veteran, because, well, mostly for pacing reasons. I enjoy playing on veteran a little bit more than I play on normal, because normal is just a little bit too... the monsters are just a little bit too weak. For pacing reasons, I'm gonna keep them weak. Alright, so let's give this guy a name. Something I threw together on Wikipedia. This is not necessarily meant to be anything important, and if there's any logic to be found, I'm certain only one person will figure it out. But here we are. Alright, normal difficulty, single player, main campaign. Let's go. I do admit, however, the intro is quite amusing.
We paid a heavy price, but the trap worked.
You seem surprised.
It's been a while since we've had a win. How long will it hold?
I've never entrapped a being like this, but the bonds hold, for now.
How do we dispose of it?
I'm just a witch. You're the soldier.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
How do you kill a spirit, though?
If you kill the mortal vessel while it's bound, the spirit may perish within. If it escapes...
It's listening to us.
What are you?
Others of your kind name us Ethereal.
Why have you invaded our world?
Your world. We existed first, but were managed by your corrupt gods. Your kind opened the way, and now we return to claim what by right should be ours.
I've heard enough of this rubbish. Let's hang it.
Destroy this vessel, and I will find another. I have tasted its desires and emotions. Your kind is weak. You have already lost this war.
Do it.
Captain!
Cut him down.
What? Are you mad? Better safe than sorry.
The spirit has fled!
This is a human now.
The captain is correct. When they awaken, they won't remember a thing.
The Ethereal was right. The war is lost. We're a resistance now, and we need every human survivor we can call to our cause. Maybe this one here can still die with some honor. If they ever wake up, send them to me. If they don't, bury him deep with the others.
Quite a spirited beginning, indeed. We are hanged, and now it is up to us to save the world. How joyful.
Still drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard, I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life.
What happened? How did I get here?
You were possessed. So we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue.
Where can I find this captain then?
He's up the road, in the courtyard. Don't make me regret cutting you down.
Well, I'll be on my way then. Now, I could talk some more with him, but let's actually get into a little bit of game. I mean, it's kind of neat that they give you the option to refuse that quest, but let's be real. Nothing's going to happen if you don't take the quest.
You're not looking too bad for someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally, I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable. Someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you.
What is it you want me to do?
The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the Burial Hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to the Burial Hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it.
Well, where can I find Burial Hill?
You will need to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms, too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
I'll find what's reanimating those corpses. And not going to go into talking with the rest of these characters just now, because, well, we need action RPG. Let's get some action going. And smashing some zombies will do just that. And here the inevitable loot grind starts. Now, I do have sort of a plan for this character. But yeah, Grim Dawn. I must admit, I never really got into what Grim Dawn was whenever I saw it on Steam. Because, well, let's just face it, it's a very generic sounding title. Not really something I can truly, find inspiration in, thinking from this is what I'm gonna play. Now granted, some of the games I've played have not had most inspiring titles, but they at least had a premise I could get behind. And this game does have a premise I can get behind. Saving the world, always a good thing. Even if you can't really choose to do such a thing. Because after all, you're kind of stuck with the choices you make. In any case, let's get going. And I'll leave you all to guess what build I'm going for. See if you can figure out my mind. Because, well, see, there's also other reasons why I might not be disposed to playing games like this. Because there's also always a couple of people that will show up on these videos. People that claim that my build is completely wrong. People say that with the right kind of mods, this game would be so much more better. And the people that try to tell me everything I can find on the wiki. None of those advice is really necessary. I kinda like plodding around in games like this. Explore every nook and cranny, such as I need to. And if I want to find something on the wiki, I will. Unless I specifically ask for help, I really do not need any extra advice. And I will ignore you. This is not for any particular reason. I'm just not in the mood to accept advice for a game that has such a simple mechanic. This is nothing to say about how good the game is. I expect this game actually to be quite good, considering that I recognized this interface on the leveling screen. I thought, this looks very much like Titan Quest. Turns out, yeah, that's exactly where it came from. For good reason, of course. Crate Entertainment, or ex-devs from Iron Lore, I believe. But in any case, not the point. We have a note to read. Francis's note. I'm trapped here. I realize it now. I will die in this house. Margaret, I feared you're already dead, and so it may not be so bad if I am shortly to join you. If by some miracle you yet live, and I return here to find this note, please know that I am not angry with you. I never regretted our life together, but now only regret that I lost my temper and spoke unkind words when last we parted. I hope you will not think me a coward for what I am about to do. They are already in the house. I have barricaded myself in this room, but it is only a matter of time before they break through. All I can do now is choose the manner in which I face death, and I would rather die a man than be changed into one of those horrid things or eaten alive. I will love you always, Francis. Yes. Killing yourself. Yeah, I also played Titan Quest for a bit. Didn't finish it though. Just never got around to it. Pretty much for the same reason, actually. But then again, I played that game for somewhat different reasons. I was mostly curious about how they were going to do the Medusae. Not necessarily the best reason to play that game, but you know. I was really into the Greek lore at the time. So, why not? Now, game, I would really appreciate it if you would give me some different weapon. Because this club is just so not useful to me. Yeah, I don't mind the sword and board style, but if I find it a bit slow until you have some perks that really make it good. Like extra retaliation damage or something. The kind. But yeah. The world of Cairn and the Grim Dawn. It's all very interesting lore and all that. Especially since you don't really figure out what is happening. I mean, all I know right now is that the Ethereals have invaded its world to reclaim it. Assuming, of course, the Ethereal was speaking anyone close to the truth. And even at level, what am I now, 55? In my other character, I'm not entirely sure yet, though. Though I might have been skipping some of the lore because, well, I was getting a little bit bored at some points. Because right now I'm just a little bit stuck in the reputation grind. And it is a grind. Oh, great. Not quite the weapon I wanted, but this'll do. Because yeah, I've gone for the Nightblade. Now, Nightblade is very much geared towards building something with dual wield. And while that does sound like fun, I already have a different character that goes that way. This one, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Although I admit, this sword is kind of fun. And I forgot, I need to activate this Veil of Shadow if I want to get its benefits. Alright, another note. The Harmon Master's log. Autumn fogs are appearing early this year, but the traffic remains unusually high. There is a steady flow of small craft coming down from Melnuth and other townships to the northeast. Some of these boats are barely afloat, burdened with what looks like people's every possession. These travelers, sometimes entire families, bring with them strange tales of wars and the unnatural. Bunch of hogwash riding up the soft townsfolk. Can't complain though. Keeps the dock busy. Most are westbound, trying to get as far away as they can. The lads at the docks are starting to lose their nerve. Some have talked about setting out west themselves, but I've assured them this is all nonsense and will pass. Youth are easily caught up in energy of the moment. Yes, and the old are so too slow to react to coming problems. But we have indeed not quite reached anything particularly strong. Just keep killing these undead. They're even less useful to fight against me now that I've got the Veil of Shadow actually on. But yeah, these undead will not do much to me, because I've got a big sword. And I keep picking up equipment, so... And this is pretty much the entire loop of the game. Again, not necessarily bad per se. It just can get a little bit stale, nothing. So I have to play in bursts if I want to get anywhere. I mean, at the moment I mostly run into the problem that I just cannot find any of the special crafting ingredients. Like rare items like the Blood of Catan, the Tainted Brain Matter. And what was the other one? The Ancient Hearts. Those are so darn rare. It's just a little bit annoying. Alright, let's get a little bit of extra firepower here. And deal with a small boss. There he is. Now I'm gonna finish. Let's finish the first quest at the very least. There. And there's the loot pinata. We've all come to know and love. And hate. Perhaps. I mean, apparently I'm doing this all manually. Having a keyboard that could remember macros would be quite nice. But I don't quite have that luxury at my disposal, so manually it is. But yeah. Let's just get across the bridge here. And let's read those notes by Inquisitor Creed. I'm currently en route to the village of Burwich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near, and the swamps in this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night, I've reluctantly taken up lodging at a small squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. Perhaps I am weary from my hurried travels, but I feel as if there's a strange pressure and electricity in the air. It is almost akin to the still before the thunderous summer gale, but yet the sun shines and not a cloud is to be seen. Everything seems as it should, but in my gut I feel something terrible will soon come to pass. Indeed. As I was packing to resume my journey to Burwich, my assistance was urgently requested at the logging camp in the Old Grove, west of Devil's Crossing, where strange animal attacks have left 3 lumbermen listless and pale. Upon arriving, I received a somber greeting from the foreman, who informed me that the bitten workers had gone mad and fled the premises. They were reported to have spoken in an unknown tongue. The foreman showed me the remains of the animals. 2 grey foxes and a hound, suffering some sort of horrific mange, lay in a hastily dug pit behind the outhouse. The foreman told me the animals suddenly died when confronted by the workers, and a strange green vapour emanated from their remains. Shortly afterwards, the 3 lumbermen fell ill, and their mental state rapidly deteriorated. It appears that my presence in this region is most warranted. Yes, I suppose it would be. Alright, let's just not beat about the bush and go to Burial Hill. Unlock the rift gate over here, that will make things a little bit easier to travel, but, you know, not currently lacking for travel opportunities. Let's just go find what's in this cave. I'll take the plank shield, even if I'm not going to use it. Right. Let's deal with everything in here. Nothing back here to kill. Alright, let's just keep on going. It's a nice ding sound though. Leveling up is always satisfying in that regard. I just keep pushing up the cunning. Just keep putting points in that. And keep killing zombies. Because that's so fun. I mean, it's akin to killing rats, really, in the sewers. Well, might as well get the better boots on. Right, any other loot? Don't really want caster armor. No, I'll keep my sword for now. And nothing else is really better, I think. It's kind of weird that the regular gloves are better armor than the heavy gloves, but oh well. Why not? Alright. Let's just deal with these zombies now and slash go. Into the burial cave. Right. Let's deal with the problem in here. And the problem is Kizok, the reanimator. So let's kill him. The epic battle between him and me, and I'm gonna easily win this, but still, let's not get cornered. Or stand in the green goo. Standing in green goo is never good.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh well, that's crap. Come on, game, even I can sword better than that.
I can't carry anymore.
Well, that's fine. Alright, let's just go in hand in the quest and dump off some of this gear. But first, let's hand in the quest.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
Well, I've killed the reanimator.
A creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing.
Thank you.
I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
Well, then I will speak to them. But we'll do that another time, I think. For now, let's go back to the main menu. Because he will probably go back to doing that, but since you have been patient enough, I'll just show you my main character for a bit. I'll not promise the most epic of gameplay, because frankly I'm not that good, but you know, just the idea of what I have been struggling with. Here in Fort Icon. So yeah, Battle Mage. I've not got the most epic of gear yet. I've only got one epic item so far. And it's not even really meant for my class, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, really. So let's just pound some enemies into the ground, shall we? Yeah. That actually went way better than it should, because normally there's way more people over here. Ah, see, there's the bigger fights. Alright, let's not get standing in the middle of that, because those hogs hurt. Now, if any of you idiots want to drop something I want, that would be great. But they don't want to. Oh well. Darn. at least, so that's my main character, really. Not too much specials to say about that. But this has been an Alternate Thursday presentation of Grim Dawn. Let me know if you feel like I should maybe play some more. I'm not sure I can make this interesting. That's part of the other reason I don't usually play games like this. Because I have no idea how I'm gonna keep on talking while I'm doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Now, I can grind off screen, of course. Just not entirely sure that would make the series more interesting. In any case, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.